like my sophomore year, I started drinking, smoking cigarettes a little bit, smoking pot. I did a bunch of acid, and I was like, wow, this feels good. I actually feel good. And so I continued just smoking pot and doing acid all the time because I thought I always had to be perfect and no one could know. I had like these deep dark secrets of using, and my family was falling apart at the same time, but I smiled all the time and kept it all in.
I was in high school, and like a lot of people, I didn't feel like I belonged with anybody. I was an outcast. And I started just kind of migrating towards the outsider kind of crowd, and they happened to be smoking weed and drinking. It gave me that sense of belonging, finally, with a crowd of people that I could relate to. I really wasn't trying to suppress any kind of feelings or anything at that point, but it just made me feel like I was part of the cool crowd.
In 2009, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and I had been given Klonopin for the anxiety, and I had brain surgery, and it did not go away. They did not get it all. I had what you call Cushing's disease, and it reoccurred. It came back, and in 2012, I had another brain surgery. And I was given a lot of meds between all of that, and so I got very dependent on Klonopin. 3 months ago, I tried to get off on my own, and I couldn't do it, so I went back to taking them. And then one day my doctor said, you know, you really need to try to come off of this. And I was like, it's just too hard. And I was taking one in the morning and one at night, and then amitriptyline to sleep, and I just was not myself. And so I decided to try to do it again, but I didn't tell my doctor. I thought I can try this myself. And I didn't really realize how dangerous it was coming off of Klonopin. You know, you can go into seizures, you sweat profusely, you stutter, and all this started happening. And I then had hid my medication so well that I couldn't find it.
I started using drugs, I guess in high school originally. Just smoking pot here and there, nothing too serious, drinking, you know, on the weekends and things like that. In 2008 is when I started using Oxycontin. I was introduced to it. I'd never done any kind of pills or anything before then, and I can remember the night like it was yesterday. The first time that I did it, I fell in love and was in love with it for 8 years almost. I used Oxycontin off and on for about 2 or 3 months, and then I came fully addicted to an everyday use to where it led to about a $200 to $300 a day habit at the end. I got clean in 2010, relapsed not long after that, and then struggled off and on until about July of this past year, and I relapsed again with heroin. And when I got clean August 28th, I had about a $200 a day habit then.